How's it going, everybody? We got a very fun video today. We're going to be talking about the release of the Sentinels, the new Orchis raid team, which is going to comprise of a reworked Scientist Supreme, Sentinel, which is a very generic character, or enemy. It's like a faceless, nameless hordes of bad guys the X-Men fight, but cool. I wish it was like Bolivar Trask or even like Master Mold would have been way cooler, but I guess they're saving those IPs for later down the road. Okay. Nimrod, Omega Sentinel, and then Lady Deathstrike. So some pretty cool reworks. Alright. Originally created to prevent mutant ascendancy over humanity, Orchis has been reborn in Marvel Strike Force to impose its technological will in raids. This new tech raid team will shine in the upcoming Orchis raids and is composed of both new and familiar faces that have been the scourge of many heroes. Our resident Sinister Scholar, Scientist Supreme, is taking a break from ISO 8, okay, yada yada. Lady Deathstrike is leading 3 of the most ruthless mutant hunters known to Marvel, Sentinel, Omega Sentinel, and Nimrod. I'm so excited for Nimrod. If you haven't read the new-ish Dawn of X comic with Nimrod there, when he's like fighting Apocalypse and stuff, you gotta check it out. It's so good how badass Nimrod actually is. Okay, here we go. Sentinel. Once again, I wish it was somebody a little bit less generic. Created by Bolivar Trask and later advanced by various governments and organizations, Sentinels are humanoid robots designed to detect, capture, and eliminate the mutant scourge. These ruthless robots possess superhuman strength, durability. With superhuman, it's metal, bro. What? Stop it. Stop it! That's not how this works. The advanced in technology to counter mutabilities, and though they're often several stories tall, the Sentinels of Marvel Strike Force are human-sized for their battlefield missions. If they could do Sentinel-sized characters, we'd have world bosses, right? That's just the way it is. The Sentinel program to be an Orchis protector with high health and resistance, stats to stand in front of his team. Its shield is teamed by taunting on its first turn, applying defensive positive effects, and calling by calling in an army of Sentinel minions. Okay, so there is going to be a nameless, faceless horde of enemies to help draw enemy fire. In raids, Sentinel gets serious hardware upgrades. When Sentinel has 4 more Orchis allies in raids, enemies cannot gain death proof. And if Sentinel reinforcement ally Sentinel has fallen in battle, it'll self-destruct and on its next turn revive the Sentinel. Okay. The Scientist Supreme has revives, but they're RNG, so I guess this is a foolproof way to revive him. 107 speed? Yikes. That's a big yikes in my books. That's severely hurts outside raid potential, because I'm sure inside raid they're just going to be programmed to counter what the North Stars are doing in the tech section, to counter Apocalypse. But outside at 107, that hurts. Let's see how it goes though. His basic will apply offense down and counters to himself and all Orchis allies, so lots of counters. Same with the ISO attack, so Striker is going to be pretty valuable here, maybe. Special is a turn 1 ability. He'll summon a random Sentinel Reinforcement ally. 1 random, but there's 2 possible, gun and sword, so RNG. Hopefully they're not too far off as far as value goes. Attack primary target for 250% damage. Bonus attack 3 times, so that is a total of, 550% damage? Not bad. Apply defense up, and for 2 turns, and deflect for 2 turns. Okay. The ultimate, also potential turn 1. You're using them, so you get to kind of pick what you do. Summon 1 Sentinel Reinforcement gun ally, so now the ultimate you summon 2. Attack primary and adjacent targets for 300% damage, and apply offense down. This attack gains 50% damage per Sentinel Reinforcement ally. This attack is unavoidable. So offense down, summons, so he's just a summon bot. What's his passive? On spawn and on revive. So when one of the minions die, or when he's dead, they'll kill themselves and revive him. Summon 1 Sentinel. Okay, so he gets revived. The one that revived him kills himself, but then another one just pops up. Why would they just have why wouldn't they just leave the first one alive? Possible summons, gun and sword. So again, RNG. On this character's first turn, he's gonna gain taunt. And he's going to apply Safeguard for 2 turns. This is not... Okay, this is very interesting, because this is not in raids now. This would, bypass Ares mechanics, as well as Apocalypse, because it happens not on spawn, but on his first turn. Mind you, at 107 speed, really slow. Really slow. It's going to depend on the rest of his team, and if he has any, speed up or anything like that. Because, by the time he gets his turn, Apocalypse or Ares probably has killed them in War Crucible. Anyway, in raids, if this character has 4 more Orchis allies, enemies cannot gain death proof. Who's got the most annoying death proofs? We have black cats on the nodes. We have lizards on the nodes. That's about it, right? Oh, we have Alpha Flight. Okay. So it's a way to help make them a little bit more manageable. All right, these minions. Also 107, Blaster has the Orchis tag and the minion tag. Okay. Basic attack. Ooh. Oh, only in raids, though. Reducing speed bar by 10% on primary and adjacents. And gains taunt. Okay. Counterattack and assist. Okay, so he's going to have counterattack a lot if the OG Sentinel is using basics. By the way, looking at this, not doing much damage, but those counterattacks, I think it's going to be a striker. Because counterattacks are going to be really impactful. ISO attack is also doing the speed bar rewind, but just on the primary. Passive. On spawn, flip all positive effects for self and all Orchis allies. Okay, this is awesome. This has outside the mode implications again. But how does the offense defense... So I'm thinking like against Nowhere in War. Star-Lord puts offense down on people. Would the summon of this robot then cleanse it? It depends on the order of operations. This could have outside war and outside raids for War and Crucible play. We'll have to see. In raids, on turn, generate 1 ability energy for random non-summon tech ally that is not full energy. Oh, sick. Does the other one do that too? The other one does that too. So Sentinel might be spamming special and ultimate, which would be all the more reason to make him a striker. So he's actually getting that basic out there. So probably striker for Sentinel. We'll see the other characters though. On turn, if a Sentinel ally has died and is currently not an ally, revive Sentinel with 30% base health, then attack self for 100% of this character's max health, ignoring death proof. On non-summon tech ally turn, fill speed bar. So when the Orchis non-summon people take turns, he's gaining speed bar, which is then going to fuel energy. There's going to be 1 on spawn, then 2 of them when Sentinel does his ultimate. It's going to be a lot of speed bar. Okay, I'm very intrigued. I'm very intrigued. If you could, maybe the stats of this team will keep them around and they'll be useful elsewhere. Let's check out the sword. So that was the gun eye. This is the sword. Brawler Orchis minion again. In raids, flip 2 positive to negatives and apply bleed. Definitely not as powerful as turn meter rewind, and this does bum me out because there is RNG on both the special and passive as to who you get. Gains taunt as well. The ISO attack, same thing. Okay. Passive. On spawn, apply deflect to self and all Orchis allies. Okay, so the sword guy sucks compared to the gun guy. The gun guy is flipping all negative effects, which is very, very impactful. And then he's also doing turn meter rewind. So the gun is the definitely superior Sentinel in my opinion. On spawn, he's applying deflects, and then he's still generating the energy, and he'll still kill himself, revive the Sentinel, and he's still getting the speed bar. Okay, that's interesting. That's cool. Sentinel, that's a very intricate character. We're 8 minutes in. Jesus Christ. We'll speed it up. I like that character. Nimrod, a dystopian future timeline where Sentinels rule North America. Nimrod was designed by the ultimate mutant hunter. It possesses super strength. It's steel, guys. It's not... okay. Near invincible durability and a sophisticated... It's not strength, anyway. And a sophisticated AI that could analyze and counteract mutant powers in real time. Its relentless pursuit and near unstoppable power force the remaining mutants into hiding, turning every encounter into a desperate fight for survival. Ain't that the truth? Nimrod is an Orchis blaster, and its high damage and focus stats allow it to seek and destroy enemies in raid lanes. Along with punching holes into foes, Nimrod peppers them with negative effects. In raids, Nimrod's abilities become oppressive. Nimrod and its Orchis allies gain speed for each summoned ally. And any attack by Nimrod or his Orchis allies apply heal block. They're going to gain speed for each summoned ally? Okay. Basic. Defense down. Unavoidable. Love it. It is AoE as well. So Raider, I'm feeling Raider right out the gate. Special, can be used turn 1. Attack all enemies for 300% piercing. Flip all positive to negative effects. Okay, so right away, this is also interesting out. So you're flipping everything. What's his speed? Ooh, speed of 120. That's really slow to pop off outside of raids. Anyway, apply ability block to primary. In raids, apply stun to the primary. Apply ability block to all mutant targets, so that's going to be needed on that second node. This attack cannot be dodged. So Kitty Pride. Okay, yeah, on that note. This is spelt out to counter those tech nodes. Ultimate, 3 out of 5, so turn 2. Attack primary adjacent targets for 400% damage and apply defense down for 2 turns and disrupt for 2 turns. In raids, this attack gains 100% crit chance against mutant enemies. I'm feeling Raider, guys. Lots of AoE going on here. This attack is unavoidable. Passive, on kill gain stealth. While this character has stealth, gain 30% damage and 30% crit damage. I'm really feeling Raider. Gain 10% speed for each summoned tech ally up to a maximum of 50. That is a shit ton of speed. So so it's only going to be 10% on spawn, right? Because that's what the Sentinel's bringing in. But then when he does the ultimate, that's 2, so it'll be 30%. And if they don't instantly die, I think at the end of the day, you're going to have 10 people on the field. 5 Orchis and then 5 tech. Pretty regularly. All right. In raids. Orchis ally. So he gets that speed outside. Oh, that's okay. That's a lot better. So he's actually going to have a effective, what? 132? Right? Because he has 120 speed. He got the 10% if Sentinel's on his team. So effective 132 speed. This team's going to be good outside of raids. Just with his turn 1 special, flipping buffs, this team is going to be good outside of raids. Or at least that power combo of Sentinel and Nimrod are going to be good outside of raids. Sick. All right. That's sick. That's awesome. Okay, on successful attack by this character or any Orchis ally, apply heal block to that target. If this character has 4 more Orchis allies, lower the dodge chance of all enemies by 100%. Who's super dodgy on that node? There's leaders. There's North Star. Yeah, there's the Off-Light members. There's the spiders. I don't think that one's super necessary, but maybe that'll be for the next raid tier. I think that one's going to get more playing. And that's it for Nimrod. Okay. That's good. Nimrod plus Sentinel already looks good. Let's see if Omega Sentinel... Let's see if we have like a power 3-piece at least with with the 3 new characters, right? Karma, Shapander. Please tell me how to pronounce that in the comment section so I don't butcher that going forward. Was dedicated Indian police officer when she was captured by the mutant hunting organization Bastion. Why is he not in the game? And transferred against her will into Omega Sentinel, a deadly human sentinel hybrid. Her body was cybernetically enhanced with advanced technology, granting her superhuman strength, durability, and the ability to interface with and control other machines. Omega Sentinel becomes one of the organization's top lieutenants, leading her sinister battle against mutant kind. Omega Sentinel is an Orchis support who plays a key role in sustaining its Orchis allies. I don't like the sound of that. She looks like she should be a blaster. Like awesome. Anyway. Each of its abilities applies regeneration to Orchis allies. I don't find regenerations to be that powerful because by the time they get used, they've probably been flipped into bleeds. In each summon tech ally's turn, Omega heals itself and each Orchis ally, or applies barrier if that ally has full health, but Omega Sentinel also dishes out painful attacks with each of its abilities, including its passive at the end of a mutant enemy turn. Omega Sentinel will attack... Is it not a she? Why does it keep saying it? Right? Because she was an Indian police officer, and then it's like its abilities. Okay, anyway. 125 speed, so a lot faster. That's good. She'll be the one to start the match? No, Lady Death Strike's 127. Lady Death Strike will go first, unless Scientist Supreme got a big speed upgrade. All right, basic. Attack primary target for 240% damage. Rebound chain to 3 adjacent targets for 180. Apply regeneration for 2 turns self and all Orchis allies in raids. The attack deals additional 30% damage. Counterattacks break this chain is unavoidable. Okay, definitely not a striker for her. ISO attack. It's obviously not doing the rebound chain, but it's still doing the regenerations. In raids, still does more damage. Special can be used turn 1. Attack primary for 350. Apply regeneration to self and all Orchis. Apply defense up and speed up. Isn't the North Star going to destroy us if he reaches his ult and we have all these regenerations? Apply regeneration to self and all Orchis allies. Apply defense up and speed up to self and all tech allies. Ooh. Not Orchis, tech. Ooh. A turn 1 speed up character. At 125 speed's not bad. Ooh. Her in war with like a Chavez speeding her up and then she gives speed up to other people? Oh no, her ult's turn 1. Okay, not a defensive character, but maybe an offensive option somewhere. In raids, apply defense up for 2 turns, speed up for 2 turns, offense up for 2 turns, self and all Orchis allies. I love that addition to the offense up. Heal self and all allies by 15% of its character's max health. Heal self and all Orchis allies for an additional 10%. So that's a lot of healing. That's a lot of healing. And she's going to have those new character sets. Ultimate. So the AI would use this turn 1. It is available turn 1. We're attacking all enemies. We're bonus attacking, so we're attacking twice. 340% piercing is a lot. Apply stun for 2 turns to 2 random tech enemies. Oh. I'm trying to think where we can find use for that. Surprised it's not mutant. She's a mutant hunter. Why wouldn't it be mutant? But we can find use for that, I'm sure. It's going to be like another Sinister 6 counter for Crucible. In raids, instead apply stun for 2 turns to all tech enemies. Heal self and allies for 15%. Heal self and Orchis allies for an additional 30% healing is huge, and it's unavoidable. She's a healer. She's a heal bot, right? She's buffing us. She's doing lots of heals. Regenerations are popping off. Healer. Passive, Living Sentinel. On turn and each summoned tech ally's turn. Each summoned tech ally's turn. So the minions. Heal self and each Orchis ally for 10% of this character. Jesus Christ. If this ally's health is full, instead barrier that ally for 10%. Okay, so that second node, you might still have to sim it. Because we're still going to have disrupt and all the trauma and stuff like that, right? So we don't get our buffs. But each tech ally is going to either heal or barrier. So you're just going to survive through it. But will we time out on it? On mutant, enemy turn and attack the most... Okay, never mind. Attack the most injured enemy for 100% damage in raids. Attack for 3... Okay, so, yeah, there's a whole bunch of kitties. North Star is a mutant. There's bees. So your Omega Sentinel You might want her really big. So she's doing these crazy attacks every time one of them attacks. That's, like, strictly for node 2, though. On death, 30% chance to revive with 30% of her max health. So that's RNG, but another source of revive. In raids, this character has 4 more Orchis allies. Enemy characters cannot gain defense up. That is huge. That's going to help tear through that Sasquatch so much faster. Yeah, okay. It's solved. We knew it was going to be solved, but man, is it solved. If this character does not have ability block, this character and all Orchis allies cannot gain slow. Okay, so again, North Star cannot put slow. So instead where Pegasus has to sit through that shit for so long, the Orchis allies are just going to be chilling. They're going to be like, all right, we're going to keep going. We're going to get speed from our bots. We're going to get healing from our bots. And you are going to eat this Metal Fist. Metal Fist is what I was going to say, for sure. For each summon tech ally, gain plus 35% revive chance in revival. Okay, so on spawn, if she instantly dies, she would have a 65% chance in raids to revive. That's quickly going to become 100%. Lower max barrier on all enemies by 20%. That is also huge. Okay, so that's the 3 new characters. As far as her value outside of the raids, I'm not sure. I think Sentinel and Nimrod, I could see definite value. 132 speed buff flip on Nimrod's special, assuming he's got like those new crazy stats, and he'll get more speed bar as Sentinel goes. I could see that being super impactful. Just by the new stats, though, if Sentinel survives and this character gets Safeguard, and then she starts doing all these healing and the regens and everything like that, if you don't get a heal block on these characters, I could see them being a lot like this Spider team, but they're slower, so we'll have to wait and see. I'm not completely sold yet. Late Death Strike update. So Late Death Strike got a huge boost in stats to help her become a damage dealer again. Yeah, so she's not now. The goal is to make her abilities feel impactful and deadly. Health 119, damage 103. Let's go. Base armor stat 98%, focus 104, resistance 107. Okay, the ability deadly weapon. Which one is this? Which one is deadly weapon? Gain offensive. That's her special, right? That's her special. Okay, let's just read the new one. Gain offensive for 2 turns. Stack primary damage target for 200% piercing. Apply 2 bleeds and reduce speed by 20%. Repeat the stack. Oh, she used to have to get a kill for that, right? On kill repeat. So it's gonna always repeat. So it's now a 40% turn meter rewind. That's awesome. New primary target randomly chosen from the previous target. So that says, like, you say you hit the middle target, hits the left or the right, the next stack will choose to start on either the left or the right and then hit the 3 adjacent there, or however many are adjacent in the raids. But this is everywhere. Okay, this insanely increases weapon X value. On kill, increase the duration of all positive effects on self and all weapon X allies. I wish they put Orchis in here. I don't know why they wouldn't. It feels like that should be okay. Adamantium Flurry. This is the ultimate. Let's just read the new one. Attack primary target for 280% piercing. Apply 1 defense down up to a maximum of 2 and apply bleeds. Rebound chain 4 adjacent targets. Was that the same as before? Yeah. It's still 280. Apply 1 defense down. So it's still very similar. To a maximum of 2. Apply 2 bleeds. Clear all negative effects from self and all weapon X allies. Why is it not also Orchis? Apply immunity to self and all weapon X. Okay, it's all weapon X only stuff. So nothing was really changed here. What was changed? Just this last part? It's literally just the last part. If this character has 3 or more weapon X or Orchis allies, stack cannot be countered. I mean, that's nice. Yeah, that's nice. All right, we'll take it. That's nice. That's it. Late Death Strike. L rework, guys. L rework. Why isn't she given, why isn't she, like, at least in raids or something, giving offense up on her special to the Orchis team? You know what I mean? Why is it, yeah. Why isn't she giving them immunity as well? It's L. L rework on Lady Death Strike for sure. That's a bummer, because her at 127 speed with Nimrod and Sentinel would have been really fun with her extra damage. Scientist Stream updates. Scientist Supreme changes should make her less punishing to use as she no longer applies negative effects to her allies while also upping her stats, which helps her heals. Okay, great. Health 138, damage 136, armor 164, focus 138, resistance 104. Okay, and speed increase from 97 to 118. What a jump. Good. Absolutely good. And she's not going to debuff her team. That's huge. Serum Pistol has got to be her basic, right? Attack primary target for 240. Apply offense down, defense down, and slow. It's also unavoidable. That's going to be the ISO attack too? I don't think she should be a striker, but that's still really cool. Field Trials. Flip. This is her special. Flip 4 negative effects into positive effects on all allies. Apply regeneration to aim. This was before. Oh my. So she got a real rework. You can tell just by looking at this. This is a real rework. Flip all negative effects into positive effects on self and all allies. For this character and all aim and Orchis allies, apply regeneration for 2 turns. Apply immunity for 1 turn. So this is the source of immunity. I don't like that this team is living and dying off regenerations. Because, like, buff flips are going to be just killer for this. Anyway. Increase duration of all positive effects by 1 up to max of 3. Heal self and all allies for 15%. She's another healer. This team has so much healing. Retro Vaccination. This is the old ultimate. Heal all allies for 3,500. 50% of this character's max health. Apply 2 to 3 random negative effects to all non-aim allies for turns. Okay. Heal self and all allies for 20%. That's a much bigger heal than 3,500. In raids, heal for 30% instead. For all enemies and all non-aim and non-Orchis allies. So she's still debuffing other people, just not aim or Orchis. For all enemies and all non-aim and it. So there's a missing non-word here. The idea here is it's not going to do Orchis. Because it reads like for all enemies and non-aim and then Orchis. So it reads weird. She's not going to debuff the Orchis allies. Apply offense down for 2 turns, defense down for 2 turns, and slow for 2 turns. In raids, it's going to apply trauma. But like we have a lot of immunities. It's not really going to work on the like, apocalypse and stuff. Apply speed up for 2 turns to self and all Orchis allies. So another source of speed up along with Omega Sentinel. It's unavoidable and gains 500% focus. That's in raids only. Well, Omega Sentinel will at least give speed up outside of raids, so it's not super necessary. I'm not sure if Scientist Supreme will get used outside of raids. Maybe her stats and her speed rework will change that. All right. Oh my god. Oh my god. All right. We got to read this. On spawn fill speed rework 10% plus 10% per aim on turn 25. Okay. Jesus Christ. This is so different. Oh my. It's outside of raid. Oh my god. Okay. Hold on. So she won't debuff them in raids, right? Outside of raids? Oh, shit. No, Scientist Supreme is definitely part of this, for sure. So, she's not going to debuff the Orchis allies even outside of raids. She gains 50% speed bar on spawn. She will cover enemies with all this shit. And then, oh my god. And then Nimrod's going to go flipping whatever else they had. Okay, this is actually going to be a crazy team outside of raids, too. Definitely. Okay, good. On turn, generate 2... Oh shit. So we're getting energy from the bots, but also from her? Generate 2 ability energy for all aim and Orchis allies with a negative effect. Oh, okay, only with a negative effect. Still good. 25% chance to revive an ally with 30% max health. So now Omega Sentinel would have, what, 30% plus 25, so just even everywhere, 6% chance to revive. That's kind of cool. Or sorry, 55% chance to revive. Sentinel, he's going to have a bunch of ways to come back. All right, this team is going to be an efficiency nightmare. Oh, shit. But also Black Bolt. They're all tech villains. All right, on ally summon. So when Sentinel summons, they're going to generate 1 ability energy for all Orchis allies. That means... Okay, wait a minute. That means people that are 1 turn away from their ult can ult turn 1. So like Lady Deathstrike, she can ult turn 1. There was some, was it Omega Sentinel? Was it Nimrod? Nimrod will be able to ult turn 1 if he wants. Primate adjacents, apply defense down for 2 turns, disrupt for 2 turns in raids. I don't know if he'd want to. His special is way more powerful. With that energy, and that's outside of raids too, Scientist Stream is going to let people who regularly ult turn 2, ult turn 1. At least on her team, right? It was Orchis people. So I'm all over the place. On ally summon, generate 1 ability energy for all Orchis. Yeah, it's outside of raids. That's really powerful. This is actually going to be a good team everywhere, I think. Even with some speed concerns. But, oh my god, because Scientist Supreme kind of fixes any speed concerns by having so much speed on spawn, not being innately slow at 118. She's kind of like middle of the pack, and then she's gonna put slow on everybody who doesn't have like immunity. How are we gonna do with that Apocalypse? All right, so on spawn, generate 3 ability energy for herself. That's in raids. On spawn, generate 3 ability, special ability energy for all Orchis allies. So this is to help you sim, basically, right? This character and all Orchis allies cannot gain trauma. Okay, so RIP Sasquatch. Mutant and bio enemies. Come on, man. Mutant and bio enemies cannot gain immunity. Okay, so there's Sasquatch's immunity. There's Apocalypse's immunity. Just spell it out. We just wanted to say this team will work in Orchis raids, and that's what it's gonna do. And that's it, guys. Okay, this video went way too long. I'm kind of nerding out over these kits because I love this guy, and I'm so happy that they definitely did him right as opposed to what they did with Gore. There's very few villains in the Marvel canon that I have like a really strong affinity for. Apocalypse is one, they did him great. Gore's one, they did him dirty. Null is one, we'll see how they do him based on what the community manager said, if that guy is actually coming. Nimrod is another cool one. Once he just obliterated Apocalypse, I was like, yeah, Nimrod's that guy. So I'm glad that they're doing good by him. This team looks dope. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And guys, in a future video, I know I couldn't get on the playtest because they're not on there yet. So I don't know their uniques. I don't know the T4s that we're going to need for this team, but we'll have another video exploring all that stuff as soon as I have access to it. Or if you come Twitch right now, if you're watching this when it first launches, or if you just ask me in the Discord and I have that information, I'll have it pinned somewhere in the Discord, and I'll have it in a comment on this video if you just want to go down and check it out. But we'll explore it in another video nonetheless. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Have yourselves a wonderful day. Bye! That's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Stay happy, healthy, have fun, and I'll see you in the next one.